Idly Ho students, thought I'd just make a quick video here showing how to convert from form to form. Okay, I'm going to go fast, show some different methods that I saw you guys doing in class today. All right, so this is factored form. What makes most sense to me is to go into vertex form first. So, or not, sorry, vertex form, but general form. So that would be y equals x squared plus 4x minus 45. Negative 45 is the product of negative 45, or negative 5 and 9, and 4 is the sum of negative 5 and 9. That really only works when there's nothing in front of the x, and we could make a rectangle diagram to show that as well. So x minus 5 times x plus 9, there's our x squared. 9x plus negative 5x is 4x, and then there's our negative 45. All right, so boom, we got it in general form. Now, what if we want to go to vertex form? First thing I would probably do in that case is identify the roots, which are 5 and negative 9. And then the axis of symmetry, AOS, axis of symmetry, would be halfway between those roots. So it would be 5 plus negative 9 divided by 2, which would be negative 4 over 2, which is negative 2. All right. And then I would figure out the y value of the vertex by substituting it in that negative 2 into either one of these equations. I could do negative 2 minus 5 times negative 2 plus 9. That would give me, let's see, try and do as much of this without a calculator as I can. Y equals negative 7 times positive 7, which is negative 49. And now I've got my vertex is at negative 2, negative 49. Or I could plug it into the purple equation up there, and I could do negative 2 squared plus 4 times negative 2 minus 45. Negative 2 squared is 4, minus 8 is negative 4, minus 45 is negative 49. So now we can write my vertex form. Y equals x plus 2 squared minus 49. So we've got it. It was given to us in factored form. We did a rectangle diagram to get it into general form, and then we wrote it into vertex form. There is a way to go from this purple form to this blue form algebraically, but we don't know how to do that yet, and we will learn it by the end of this week. All right, let's look at another one. This one is in general form. How about I turn it into factored form first? So let's go factored form. I would just look for factors of negative 30 that add up to negative 1. X minus 6 times x plus 5. That'll work. Again, we can do a rectangle diagram to check. We know that this is x squared. We know that this is negative 30. So this is x and this is x. This number and this number have to multiply to negative 30. So like I said, negative 6 and 5. They also have to add up to negative 1, which they do. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Then I could go to vertex form, similar to how I did it last time. I know the roots are 6 and negative 5. So the axis of symmetry is going to be halfway between those, 6 plus negative 5 over 2, which is negative, nope, it's positive 1 over 2. So it's 1/2. And so that's my axis of symmetry is x equals 1/2. Then I want to figure out my y value. Could use either one of these, but I'll use both. Purple. let's go 1/2 minus 6 times 1/2 plus 5, which is like a half minus 12/2, common denominator. Again, I'm trying to not use a calculator. Calculator would make this a lot easier. 10/2, all right, which is negative 11/2 times positive 11/2, which is negative 121/4. Okay, so if I use, that's using the factored form. I could also use the general form, which was given to me. That would be what, 1/2 squared minus 1/2 minus 30. So that would be 1/4 minus a half, which I'm going to change to 2/4, minus 124. That's just 30 written with a 4 on the bottom, which guess what? Comes out to negative 121/4. So now I can write vertex form. I got my x value, I got my y value, so it's going to be y equals x minus 1/2 squared minus 121/4. Yes. There is a way to go straight from general form to vertex form, like I said last time, but we don't know that method yet. So, yeah, I think we're good. Let's move on. One more. All right, so this is in general form or vertex form. I think I'm going to go into general form first, which would be y equals, using the square of a binomial pattern, this is x squared minus 14x plus 49. That's x minus 7 squared. And then we got the minus 1. So it's x squared minus 14x plus 48. So there it is in general form. As far as factored form, I think I'm going to look for factors of 48 that add up to negative 14. So what are those? Negative, they got to both be negative. So y minus 8 and y minus, or sorry, not y, x minus 6, or x minus 8 and x minus 6. Negative 8 times negative 6 is 48. Negative 8 plus negative 6 is negative 14. There you go. We'll do a quick rectangle diagram to prove it. X minus 8, x minus 6, that's x squared, minus 8x, minus 6x, plus 48. And those do add up to negative 14. Now, one thing that I saw that was really cool, shout out to Willow. Willow decided to put 0 in for y right here. I thought that was a neat idea. Which kind of goes back to what we were doing on our last quiz. And he decided to, Willow decided to solve that equation. So like add 1 to both sides. Because this will find the root. And then take the square root of both sides. The square root of 1 is plus or minus 1. And then add 7 to both sides. So it's like 7 plus or minus 1. So 7 minus 1 is 6. And 7 plus 1 is 8. So if those are the roots, then that could be a way to get to factored form, right? Yeah, nice job. That's a cool idea. Okay, so we did factored form into general and vertex form. We did general form into factored and vertex form. And then we did vertex form into general and factored form. All right, hopefully that helps. Adios. Arrivederci.